एवरीवन, वेलकम टू प्रेपस्टार्ट। गाइस, अगर आप लोग फर्स्ट टाइम हैं हमारे चैनल में, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। साथ ही साथ बेल आइकन को जरूर दबा दीजिएगा। वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग यू विद द ओवरव्यू ऑफ द डे, जहां हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं 10 टॉप स्टोरीज फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू टू बूस्ट अप योर डेली प्रिपरेशन। आप लोग हमारे पीडीएफ को भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, जो कि बाइलिंगुअल अवेलेबल है इंग्लिश और हिंदी में। एंड उसे डाउनलोड करने के लिए आप लोग हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल से जरूर जुड़े। सो मूविंग ऑन टू द फर्स्ट स्टोरी। Fossil of the world's oldest animal is found in Madhya Pradesh. Dixonia, India's only fossil of world's oldest animal, has been discovered in the Madhya Pradesh Bhimbetka rock shelters. The researchers have found this Dickinsonia that dates back 570 million years. Dickinsonia is an extinct genus of a basal animal that lived during the late Ediacaran period. The study has been published in the Gondwana Research and International Journal. Related to Madhya Pradesh, अगर हम लोग बात करें तो सीएम है शिवराज सिंह चौहान, गवर्नर आनंदीबेन पटेल, कैपिटल वहां की है भोपाल, एंड ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेजेस ऑफ कोर्स हिंदी। मूविंग ऑन टू द सेकंड स्टोरी। Tropics 21, India's Navy's largest war game, completed the weapon workup phase on February 10, 2021. The exercise is currently underway with participation of all its operational units as well as units of the Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Coast Guard. Tropics की full form अगर आप लोगों को जानना है तो वो है Theater Level Operational Readiness Exercise. Commenced in January 2021, the exercise will culminate by third week of February. Related to Tropics, अगर हम लोग बात करें, the weapon workup phase of the Tropics, which concluded recently, witnessed multiple on-target ordnance deliveries, including missiles, torpedoes, and rockets from frontline warships, aircraft, and submarines, and demonstrated the lethal firepower of the Navy. So that was all for the second story, guys. Moving on to the third story here. South Korea to build biggest offshore wind farms. The South Korea has announced a 56 billion plan to build the world's largest offshore wind farm. It will be an 8.2 gigawatt project off the coast of Sinan in the Yellow Sea. The Sinan project is expected to provide up to 5,600 jobs and help achieve a goal to boost the country's wind power capacity to 16.5 gigawatt by 2030 from 1.67 gigawatt now. Guys, there would be 10 times increase in this, like if you can see 1.67 gigawatt से लेकर 16.5 gigawatt, almost 10 times की increase by the year 2030. पूछा जा सकता है आप लोगों को काफी सारे क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू साउथ कोरिया। अगर हम लोग देखें, प्रेसिडेंट मून जाइन, प्राइम मिनिस्टर चुंग साई क्यून, कैपिटल उनकी सियोल, करेंसी कोरियन रिपब्लिक वॉन, ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज ऑफ कोर्स इट्स कोरियन, and that was all for the third story, guys. Moving on to the fourth story now. The VLCC Femina Miss India 2020 has just concluded on 10th of February 2021, जहां में तेलंगाना की मानसा वाराणसी was crowned as the Miss Femina Miss India World 2020. Haryana's Manika Sheokhand was declared as VLCC Femina Miss Grand India 2020, while Uttar Pradesh Manya Singh was crowned VLCC Femina Miss India 2020 runner-up. It was the 57th edition of the Femina Miss India beauty pageant, and if we talk about some related information, owner है विनीत जैन, type it's a beauty pageant, official languages of course Hindi and English, headquarters इनकी मुंबई and establish की गई थी 1952 में. So please नाम जरूर याद रखिएगा, मानसा वाराणसी, then Manika Sheokhand, also Manya Singh. Moving on to the fifth story here. The International Film Festival of Kerala begins from 10th of February 2020. Around 80 feature film over 30 countries will be screened. Bosnian film Kyo Vadis Aida was the inaugural film of the festival. The festival will be held between 17 to 21 of January 2021 in Ernakulam, February 23rd to 27, 2021 at Thalassery, and from March 1st to 5th 2021 at Palakkad. So जैसे कि आप लोग देख सकते हैं, the 25th International Film Festival of Kerala has begun and it will run up to almost 5th of March 2021. केरला से रिलेटेड अगर हम लोग बात करें, सीएम पिनरई विजयन, गवर्नर उनके आरिफ मोहम्मद खान, कैपिटल तिरुवनंतपुरम, ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेजेस मलयालम। केरला से रिलेटेड काफी सारे चीज एंड काफी सारे स्टोरीज हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी पढ़ा है। जैसे कि आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, वी स्टडीड अबाउट द आर सर्विस, वी स्टडीड अबाउट द वन स्कूल वन IAS, देन ऑल्सो वी हैव स्टडीड अबाउट द रक्षिता। सो बहुत सारे कनेक्शंस बन जाते हैं रिलेटेड टू द स्टेट ऑफ केरला। सो अगर आप लोगों ने हमारे प्रीवियस स्टोरीज नहीं देखे हैं, जरूर देख लीजिएगा। मूविंग ऑन टू द सिक्स्थ वन, FICCI, that is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industries, has announced the reappointment of Sanjog Gupta, head Sports Star India, as the chairperson to FICCI's Sports Committee in 2021. The FICCI is first national chamber of commerce to establish a dedicated sports vertical under the aegis of the Sports Committee. Chanakya Chaudhary will co-chair the committee related to FICCI. अगर हम लोग बात करें, प्रेसिडेंट उदय शंकर, सेक्रेटरी जनरल दिलीप चेनोई। इट इज अ टाइप ऑफ नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ट्रेड एसोसिएशन। पर्पज उनकी है पॉलिसी एडवोकेसी, हेडक्वार्टर्स इनकी नई दिल्ली, इंडिया, एंड वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड ऑन 1927. मूविंग ऑन टू द सेवेंथ स्टोरी, गाइज। Cricket fans here would definitely love it that Rishabh Pant wins ICC Player of the Month. Rishabh Pant has been named as the winner of the ICC's inaugural Player of the Month award. He has been awarded for January 2021 for his performances in the 2 tests against Australia, where he scored 97 at Sydney and an 89 at Brisbane that led India to a historic series win. So among the female cricketers, the award was won by South Africa Shavneem Ismail for her performance in series against Pakistan. So दो नाम यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाते हैं। एक तो फीमेल कैटेगरी में आप देख सकते हैं शबनीम इस्माइल, एंड इन द मेल कैटेगरी इट्स ऋषभ पंत। रिलेटेड टू आईसीसी अगर हम लोग बात करें, चेयरमैन ग्रेग बार्कली, सीईओ मानू शॉनी। मोटो उनकी है क्रिकेट फॉर गुड, हेडक्वार्टर्स इनकी दुबई यूएई में है, एंड एस्टैब्लिश की गई थी 5th of June 1909. मूविंग ऑन टू द 8th स्टोरी, Chinese Taiwan 1 enters Mars orbit. So हाल ही में हम लोगों ने देखा था about the hope जो like the Mars orbit को enter कर चुके थे, and now it's Chinese Taiwan 1 which has entered the Mars orbit. The spacecraft went into the around Mars on 10th of February 2021, and it is China's first artificial Mars satellite. The milestone makes China the 6th entity to get a probe to Mars, joining the United States, Soviet Union, the European Space Agency, India, and United Arab Emirates, जो कि हाल ही में हमने पढ़ा था. Taiwan, the title of an ancient poem, means quest for heavenly truth. So related to China अगर हम लोग बात करें, chairman is Xi Jinping, government unitary Marxist Leninist, capital उनकी Beijing, currency renminbi yuan, and official language is standard Chinese. Moving on to the 9th story, government launches website for India Toy Fair 2021. इसे inaugurate किया गया था on 11th of February 2021 को, and the website was launched jointly by Ministry of Textiles Smriti Irani, Commerce and Industry, Minister Piyush Goyal, Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank in New Delhi. India's first ever toy fair will be held from 27th February to March 2021. So website जो है वो है www.indiatoyfair.in. Moving on to the 10th story here, IIT Gandhinagar director elected as USNAE. The director of IIT Gandhinagar, Professor Sudhir K. Jain, has been elected as international member of the US National Academy of Engineering. Jain is among the 23 international members elected in 2021. Also, he will be formally inducted during the NA's annual meeting on 3rd of October 2021. A Padma Shri awardee, Dr. Jain, is the only incumbent IIT director to be ever elected to this body. Related to Professor Sudhir K. Jain अगर हम लोग बात करें, he was born on 1959. Director at IIT Gandhinagar. Profession, of course, professor, author, consultant, and known for earthquake engineering and structural engineering. Guys, That was all for the day. अगर आप लोग फर्स्ट टाइम हैं हमारे चैनल में तो प्रेपस्टार्ट को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। साथ ही साथ आप लोग हमें फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विटर में फॉलो कर सकते हैं। फ्री रिसोर्सेस यानी कि पीडीएफ के लिए हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल से जरूर जुड़े। That was all for the day, guys. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.